Hello, wonderful audience. It's another privileged opportunity for one to come and record and bless God. You can see it's a pleasant evening. I hope I'm audible enough. Well, one wants to talk about faith again with respect to prayer, as our Lord and Savior taught us in the book of Mark chapter 11, particularly from verse 24. Praise God. Remember what he said? He said, therefore, that's after having talked about speaking to things without doubt in the heart. And he demonstrated it when he spoke to the fig tree. He walked away from there. He says, let no man eat fruit from thee hereafter forever. And after having done that, he walked away. The following day, it was the disciples who came and noted that the fig tree had died. Jesus didn't bother himself because he had no doubt that what he said was happening and would happen. He also demonstrated it when he talked about, when he told the disciples that let them cross over to the other side, and promptly fell asleep in the boat. Because he didn't doubt that what he said would happen, he was at peace. He went to sleep. The disciples couldn't sleep. They were terrified. They didn't think about it, that what he said was going to happen. Now, after he taught that principle in Mark 11:23, he now said in 24 that because of this principle I've laid, he says, therefore, when ye pray, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that you have received them, and you shall have them. In essence, he was saying, believe that as you're praying, the thing that you're praying for has been granted to you. Because if you remember in the book of 1 John chapter 5 verse 14 and 15, he says, this is the confidence that we have, that if we ask anything in accordance with his will, and I had said time and time again that his will is his word. So if you ask anything in accordance with his will, he hears you. And if you know that he hears you, you have granted to you as your present possession the things you've asked for, so that it is granted to you. Now, transpose that back into Mark 11:24. It says, believe that you have received. Amplified says, trust, believe, be confident that what you've asked for has been granted to you as your present possession. I'm using present possession now, transposed from 1 John 5:15. Believe that it has been granted to you, and then you shall have it. Praise God. Only then shall it be given to you. Well, in essence, he's saying that once you pray about it, leave the area confident that it has been given to you. And if you are confident that it has been given to you, you will not stay and fret about it that, am I sure? You don't go checking. Checking says that you doubt that it has been granted. But if you actually believe that it has been granted to you, praise God. If somebody asks you, where is it? You could tell them, I haven't seen it yet, but I know that it's been granted to me. You see, he says that this is the confidence that we have in him. If we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, we know with absolute assurance that we have granted to us. So it is a knowing. We have a knowing on the inside that with absolute assurance that it has been granted to you as your present tense possession. If you know it's been granted to you, you don't bother yourself that, I haven't seen it yet. It's just like I say over and over, if you call somebody and ask the person to send you some money, and the person tells you, oh yes, I have sent the money. If you trust the person, you go about your business knowing fully well that when you need to make use of that money, you can draw from your account, that the money will be there. But if you don't trust the person, you keep checking. You might even call to find out, have you done it? But the fact that you go to call to ask means that you are not confident. Praise God. But if you're confident, you don't waste your time even going to check. You go immediately to act as if what the person has said is so. And in this instance, you act as if you have actually received it. You are at peace. If you were worried before you asked, once you've asked, that worry should abate. That shows that yes, of a truth, you believe you have received it. The Greek there actually is the word lambano. So you should believe that you have lambanoed it. And what does that mean? Believe that you have taken it, you born it, carried it, and taken it away. If you've taken it, born it, and carried it away, you're not going to be asking for it again. You're not going to be agitated again about it. You'll be settled in your mind, settled in peace. So let us take an instance. You're praying that, okay, what do I say now? You're praying that you want God to give you a job, that you're looking for a job and you're praying for a job. He says, when you pray, believe that you have received it, knowing fully well that he has heard you. Because remember, he said that you should ask and you will receive. So it is his will that you ask and receive. It says, for everyone that asketh, receiveth. So when you pray, you believe that you have received that job that you asked for, and you go away in peace. Anytime you think about it, if somebody has given you something and you are grateful that he has given you the thing, the next thing you do is, anytime you remember it, you are grateful. Your heart is filled with praise and thanks. You thank him for having given it to you. Not that he's going to give you, having given it to you. And in that settled atmosphere, those angels of God, yes, the ministering spirits, will go out and see to it that it is brought from the invincible realm, the spirit realm, and transposed here into the physical realm. That is their job. The more you go about in confidence that it has been given to you, the more you empower those beings to see to it that it is here. The greater your confidence, the faster it is that it will be manifest here. Praise God. That was a quick one. God bless you all. Shalom.